There is a little galaxy not too far from you down there on Earth. This little galaxy has whizzy, fizzy planets in colours you didn't know existed. This little galaxy has creatures bigger than mountains and critters smaller than your eyes are able to see. But most importantly, this little galaxy has stars. The most special of stars, wishing stars. Wishing stars aren't scattered throughout the whole sky. They're right here in this galaxy. Wishing stars are only young, and it is their job to grant wishes for humans like you. Do you know what happens to a wishing star when they have granted their first wish? They get their twinkle. A twinkle is very important. A twinkle lives deep inside a star's body, and it only takes one act of bravery to set it free. Oh, here is Arti. Arti is a wishing star. Arti loves to swirl and spin to the music from planets around her. She loves gazing at the moon's happy face, and she loves painting the night sky. But mostly, Arti loves cuddling her big stars. However, Arti has a bit of a problem, a bit of a big problem, that has been making her grumble and growl with frustration. Arti can't seem to grant her first wish. For months, Arti has stared longingly at the other young stars celebrating their twinkles. One day soon, she mutters to herself. It is not because she's not trying her hardest. It's just sometimes life can be bumpy and things get in the way. Big stars, Arti yells in excitement as she tickles both their toes. Hello, Arti, chuckles Big Star. How are you today? Asks other Big Star. She loves spending time with her big stars. But recently, something has been getting in the way and making things feel different. And it is because of this something that Arti's little life has been the bumpiest of bumpy. A Yzel. Some big stars have them, some don't. Unfortunately for Arti, one of her big stars just can't seem to get rid of their Yzel. A Yzel is a scraggly and scrawny, worm-like creature. It is dark and shadowy, with spiky teeth and spinny eyes. A Yzel gets up to no good and likes to keep it that way. A Yzel isn't kind. It smirks as it sniggers, "You need me," in Big Star's ear. Arti remembers a time when it wasn't like this. When the Yzel is there, Big Star isn't themselves. Big Star, yells Arti, excitedly. Big Star doesn't answer. Big Star, yells Arti, and tickles their toes. Big Star grumbles and closes their eyes. Arti feels sad. As other Big Star watches Arti, they sigh and pick up their toolkit. Other Big Star is always busy with their tools. They fix things, protect things, and build things with their tools. These tools have proven handy to hide and sweep away the mess the Yzel has been causing. Let's paint, smiles other Big Star. Painting makes Arti feel better. Let's dance, smiles other Big Star. Dancing makes Arti feel better too. But the next day, the Yzel starts its mischief all over again. It bumps into Big Star, causing Arti to get dizzy. It nibbles holes in Big Star, causing piles of dust to land on Arti. The Yzel whooshes around so fast it eventually makes a dark, shadowy trail, causing Big Star's light to dim. Arti's light has dimmed too. Arti is fed up. Other Big Star is tired. Arti is confused. Other Big Star sweeps. "You are stopping me from getting my twinkle!" Arti screams up to Big Star, hoping the Yzel can hear. But the Yzel never seems to hear. And when the Yzel is there, Big Star never seems to hear either. "I'll stop you myself," thinks Arti. She conjures up plans to trap the Yzel and throw it away. She gathers materials and builds things to prod the Yzel, annoy it, tempt it away. But even when there is a glimmer of hope, the Yzel always seems to come back. One cloudy night, whilst packing up their tools, other Big Star hears a plop of water, then another, then another. They hear sniffles. It is Arti. She's crying. Other big star feels sad. They put down their tools and sit, quietly and patiently next to Arti. They place their hand onto Arti's hand and wait. Arti doesn't notice at first. Sometimes it takes a while to notice that someone is there for you. Oh, Arti says, looking embarrassed that someone was watching her. Are you okay? Asks Other Big Star. Arti shakes her head. No. Other Big Star and Arti hug for a long, long, long time. I can't help Big Star. I can't stop the Yzel. I can't save the day, cries Arti. Arti, you are a young star. It's not your job to save the day. It's not your job to help and solve every problem in the galaxy, says Other Big Star. But how will it all go away? Asks Arti. I can't promise that it will all go away, but I can promise that now you have told someone how you feel, it will certainly get better day by day, smiles Other Big Star. Now for you to focus on your job, to grant your first wish, says Other Big Star. I don't feel brave enough, says Arti. Saying you are not okay is one of the bravest things you can do. And with that, Other Big Star opens up their tool bag. Dust upon dust that has been weighing Arti down starts to lift off her and magically floats into the bag. Arti wipes away her final tear, takes the deepest deep breath she can, closes her eyes and listens for the earth's wishes. She feels a fuzz, a whiz, a glimmer and a glitter. Arti is twinkling. She's done it. Arti has granted her first wish. She feels so proud and brave. Arti looks around and notices something. More young stars are starting to twinkle too. She wasn't the only one who hadn't granted their first wish after all. There were others just like her. That night, as Arti is drifting off to sleep, she thinks about the excitement of granting her first wish and how brave she's been. She thinks about the Yzel and what it does to Big Star. She feels sad for a moment. She likes it when the Yzel isn't around. But Arti remembers as much as she would like to, she can't fix all the problems in the galaxy, and that is okay. She wiggles down into her bed and hears a warm, familiar voice. It's Other Big Star. Arti feels happy. Good night, Arti.